welcome to Belgium. We are now here at the new Irish farm cemetery that commemorates the victims of the First World War or the Great War. The new Irish farm cemetery 1914 till 1919. I was on the way and here the land on which this cemetery stands is the free gift of the Belgian people for the perpetual resting place of those of the Allied armies who fell in the war of 1914, 1918 and are honored here. This cemetery is a gift to the victims. Commonwealth's war graves. We care for our heritage in a sustainable way because we care for the future. That is always good. And yeah, we should honor these people here who fought here for the free world. Their name liveth forevermore. I put a link in the description about this cemetery that I just found accidentally. Here is also a map and the war on the Western Front. Here's England. We are now here in Ypern. And here's Belgium, Brussels, Antwerp. I drove here before. I came from Germany and then drove through first through the Netherlands and then to Belgium, Ghent, Courtrai, Kortrijk, and then here we are now here very close to Ypern. That is very interesting. I will take a picture of this map here and put it inside, and you can pause the video and watch it and read it here if you're interested. I take only the English. Oh, I take a big picture of it and then you can see it. There's another one, No Man's Court Cemetery. That's in the distance there. Moo. Moo. So welcome to the Ysertower. All for the Flemish people. Non, c'est pas une église. Freiheit und Verantwortlichkeit, Verbundenheit. Freedom. I cannot translate it in French now, but they don't like that. The people here who built that, they don't want that the people speak French here in this area. They want that it's always like Flemish people, the Flanderland here, but I cannot tell the whole story. And here was the old tower, and then they blew it up, I think in 1946. And here on the right side we have a nice channel with some boats where you can make some boat cruises. So Eingang. Hier steht Eingang, Entrée. So here that is actually not the entrance, but that is the exit here. And here was the old tower. And they blew it up in 1946 on the 16th of March with dynamite. And we are here and we must buy the tickets and then we can enter here. We could enter, but I think we will not do that now. But that is the impressive tower here. Here was the old tower, and then they built it after they blew it up, they built a new one. So here right on the opposite side of this tower, the tickets you can buy there, and there's an ice cream car also. The ice cream girl is waiting there, and then here you can make hop on, hop off boat rides from July till August. And it's very interesting. That costs only 10 euros, and here's now the route from the Dodengang, where I will drive now, then to the Ysertower here, and then to this Yser Baumgart, and then here to the fish market. It's very interesting. It's very beautiful here. It is important here. Pax, peace. This tower was already built in the First World War, after the First World War. I don't know what I said before about it, but this AVVK means alles vor Flandern, Flandern vor Christus. AVVKV, alles vor Flandern, Flandern vor Christus.
C'est connecté avec le téléphone.
Non. C'est possible, mais je n'ai pas l'application pour le téléphone. It is probably this 10 euro boat. I'm not sure. Here we are in front of the restaurant San Bernardo's at this river here, and the Dodengang is over here. And here's also a free ferry. Free ferry to the other side. Dodengang. Totengang by Boyau de la Mort. Yeah, here that is a tragic thing. Here they were fighting here. I cannot explain that all. You can check that out yourself. It's very tragic. And I cannot explain it here in short, but in the First World War here the Germans and the Belgian people were fighting. But here I can quickly read the Trench of Death. Diksmuide, the Trench of Death is the last remaining First World War Belgian trench system. From October 1914, Belgians and Germans fight for control of the area. They constructed it in 1915, and they were face-to-face fighting. And here's the entrance. Here's the l'entrée. Hello, bonjour. So, hier. Ja, Prähistorik, ne? So here we are now on the top floor of this building, and that costs 6 euro per person entrance for adults. And then you can visit here this museum, and then here's the exit to the Totengang, to the Schützengraben, to the trenches, vers les tranchées. There is a beautiful view, and here they were fighting in the First World War. So we are entering now the Totengang. That's very tragic all. It's very terrible. C'est très triste. That are stones. Oh. Ja, no.
Ja, het is
Ja, no, zo.
handen en voeten kruipen.
Huh? Ja, ja, op de bodem, hè?
Binnen is er, ofwel was dat slaapruimte, ofwel was dat het hospitaal, want de dokter is hier gestorven.
Ach zo. Ah, le docteur était...
Décédé ici.
Ah, ah. C'est très tragique. C'est un désastre, ne? Un grand désastre. Eine Katastrophe alles, ne? Ah ja. Ah, here this doctor died for Belgium. Yeah. Oui. Ouais, Mort. Here they bomb. Yeah, here they made this crazy war. There's the train where they transported the bombs, La Bombe. They transported the bombs here to the Germans, and the Germans were over there. J'attends un moment. Ah, so here's the tunnel. Here, this is the tunnel. Yeah, yeah. À l'autre côté, tu peux aller. Yeah. Mais c'est très triste qu'est-ce qui se passe ici. There's no reason to smile here normally, but what can we do, no? It was 100 years ago. Yeah, that is a very long walk here. We will actually not walk to the end. At the very end the Germans were, and then they were throwing bombs at each other and all. We will walk back now. It is a very, and I think they finished it all here by putting water from the river in the trenches, and then it was game over at some point. Not game over, war over. Yeah. Oh. Oh mon Dieu. Yeah, oui. Oh mon Dieu. Oh, it's no pleasure. C'est pas un plaisir. Yeah, this is the end here of this Totengang, and here I think the Germans were here, and in between there is these trenches of death. C'est une belle fille, né? Une jeune fille, très belle. Oh. J'aime les bateaux. C'est très belle, hein, ici. Petroleum tank. Ach, that were the petroleum tanks. Oh, very beautiful. Oh, thank you. Bye. So, this is the entrance here. Yeah. S'il vous plaît. Attention, hein? Hier, put votre... yeah. Oh mon Dieu. bois beaucoup d'alcool? C'est comme tu bois beaucoup d'alcool. C'est comme tu bois beaucoup d'alcool. Go. Tu bois beaucoup d'alcool, hein? Oh. Oh Gott.
Comme si tu étais sous.
Ah, no, no là.
Même ils savent que c'est dangereux, hein. C'est dangereux.
C'est dangereux, hein, si tu peux un accident, hein? Oui.
Oh non.
Yeah, this whole thing collapsed here. This whole thing turned to the side, and then I made a tourist attraction out of this. Here, this is the airport from Ostend. From here you can fly to Spain and to Greece and to Egypt. And there's the Ypres Hotel, Ostend Airport. Middelkerke. Middelkerke, c'est la ville. Tu veux le parking ici? Can I stay a little longer? I'm so happy here. Hmm? This is Hotel Sylt in Middelkerke. No, là? C'est difficile pour les bateaux ici. Oh. I want to ride this horse here. It's nice. Bristol. Now finally I found a toilet also, only €1 cash. That's the beach bar here.
Merci beaucoup.
Qu'est-ce que la femme m'a dit?
Que c'est gratuit.
Ah.
C'est gratuit, c'est pour la radio.
Ah. This is here the Bayernwald, and it's now 5:25 and they close at 6. And I have to enter before 5, but it's now 5:25, so I cannot enter that now. It's too late. I have to buy a ticket here, and then I checked it already while I was driving here. You have to enter before 5 o'clock, and then I cannot enter anymore this place. This is here where, hello ladies and gentlemen, that is here where Hitler fought in the First World War. And I cannot enter this now, but it's okay, I will film it from here. So here's a field, then here is the entrance area. Normally you have to buy here a ticket. You must buy a ticket online and then scan the barcode here. But it is, you can, that's what they didn't tell me, or what I didn't know, that you have to enter before 5 o'clock. And then you have 1 hour time to visit this place here. So I will not walk through this, but there are some trenches. While I was driving here, I was already trying to buy a ticket, and then they said it's not possible anymore for this day, but we have now, I was trying that before 17 o'clock, before 5 o'clock, and yeah, I'm sure there are also other videos about this place. It is called Bayernwald, and this guy here with this mustache, he was fighting here. That's why this is a famous place. Yeah, you have to buy your ticket, and then you can scan it, and then you can enter. That's it now. That is my video from this place here. There are cornfields. I think that are cornfields. There's a great movie from Stephen King where they are walking through this field here. That's a nightmare. Yeah, and the parking is over there, and then you have to drive here this small, you have to walk here, and then you can enter this place here. There's also something written in German. There's no people, there are no people here. But if you want to come here, then you have to be before 5 o'clock here, and not now. We have 5:30. They close at 6, but it's not possible to enter. Okay, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye. And there's some classic cars driving here, or some not so. Some classics are not so classic. And that is here the poppies here. That is here in Flanders fields, where the Germans and the Brits and the Belgians and the French were fighting in the First World War. And that is a Bavaria wood in English. That was an important German position, and this high ground offered a fine view over a large part of the Ypres salient. The city of Ypres was also well within the range of artillery fire. This meant that the British were only able to move men and materials at night. Yeah, and here the Germans were stationed in this area, and there's here also somewhere the Pool of Peace, that I will drive there now quickly. There was on 7th of June, the British simultaneously exploded 19 mines under the German trenches, and there is an absolute, it is called now the Peace Pool. And I like swimming pools, and there is a Pool of Peace, and we will drive there now. And here that is a German panoramic view taken in the summer of 1915. That is how it was 1915. Yeah. And Bayernwald, where this terrible guy was fighting, is here. I was just before making a video there. that is called Bayernwald. And that is here the view how it was in 1915. And behind the field there is Ieper or Ypres. It's very interesting, beautiful. And there are some Belgian cycling people here. The people of Belgium, they like to cycle. Yeah, that was a very spontaneous vlog here. I will now quickly drive to this pool of peace. Here, we are here, Bayernwald 1, we are here. And then, where is it now here? Here there are all these famous places, Hill 60, Hill 62, the Huge Crater, and all these famous, the Museum of Passchendaele, 1917, Tyncott Cemetery, they are all here in this area. I will take a picture of that and put it in the video here. There's so much to say about all that, I cannot say all, I cannot explain that all here, but it's very interesting here, this place. And here there's the European flag. Yeah, this is here now the street to the pool, piece of pool, where this terrible accident happened, and yeah, I'm driving there now. The navigation system says it's 5 minutes from here. This is here really in Flanders fields. I'm really here in the fields of the Flanders, like this, like in this song, In Flanders Field, or this poem. But I'm driving here 110 years after the First World War. Well, I'm still on the way here to La Piscine de la Paix. Here's the sign. Yeah, so we are here. Behind me is the Pool of Peace where I will go now, but there's also here the Lone Tree Cemetery that I will visit first. And they say here, please close the gate and beware of electric fences. And it is here a cemetery from 1917, and there are 88 people buried. The Lone Tree Cemetery is a Commonwealth War Graves Commission burial ground for the dead of the First World War, located in the Ypres salient on the western front in Belgium. It is located at Spanbroekmolen on one of the highest points of the Messines ridge. There are some cows chilling. It's a farm site here. And that is not the Pool of Peace, that is just some pool. So we are coming now here to the cemetery, the Lone Tree. That must be here, the Lone Tree. Yeah, that is a historically very interesting place here, the Lone Tree Cemetery. The land on which this cemetery stands is the free gift of the Belgian people for the perpetual resting place of those of the Allied armies who fell in the war of 1914 to 1918 and are honored here. Oh. That is a war cemetery for the Allied forces. Oh, they died here in 1917, at the age of 29, age 26. Yeah, this is here the Lone Tree Cemetery. Yeah, a little bit more than 100 years ago, this all happened here. Cannot name all the people here now. Some are aged 30, 38, one is 21, 20 years old, young people, no? Young men. The cows are sleeping there. Yeah, may they rest in peace. I cannot say much about all that here now. Yeah, now I'm walking from this small cemetery to the Pool of Peace, and that was here where this tragic, not tragic, I don't even know how to name it. There were Germans here, many Germans, thousands of Germans, and the Brits and the Allied, they were digging holes through the ground, tunnels, and then they blew up this whole mountain here. And there were thousands of people died during these explosions. I will put a link down. I cannot explain that, or my English is not enough for that. And there's a huge crater now, and I will go there now.
No bomen. The Pool of Peace. 11 november 29. Ja, dat is 14, 18 jaar.
So here, this is the crater here. This is the bomb crater. This is called now Pool of Peace, and there was an enormous explosion. They put the Brits put all the bombs down here. The Germans were here on top, and then there was such an enormous explosion, and they killed thousands of people. And that is the remains here. This crater. That is the Pool of Peace now, and yeah, it is. It must have been hell on earth. I cannot say much more about it here. You should come here yourself and then read about it yourself. That is just here. That is really very, yeah, special and historic. And there was a sign also, no fishing here, please. Yeah. Many greetings from Flanders fields in Belgium. Make peace, not war. Yeah, this is here the British cemetery. I'm not very well prepared here. I was just driving around here this area. And here there is I will put the link down, then you can read about it. That is the men of New Zealand were here fighting. That is very, it is all very historic. That's all what I can say now. That's all. That is the best thing that I can say, how I can say it. Wow, this is here that is the cemetery here. There are also some people in the distance. Yeah, the British, they call it the Great War. We call it the First World War in Germany. And that is another very, very historic place here in the Flanders fields. In Flanders fields. Rest in peace, all soldiers. There's the sign Messines Ridge. This street is a nightmare here with all these trucks. there's such a structure in the distance. I'm not sure what it is. It looks like a skiing hall for skiing. But I'm not sure. I was in such a skiing hall in Dubai, but in Dubai it was bigger. But I don't know, or maybe it's a factory. I have to find out what that is here. There's a windmill here.
Toen Freddie Mercury dit nummer opnam, was hij eigenlijk heel ziek. Het was het einde van zijn leven. En hij dacht dat hij niet zou kunnen zingen, maar een slok vodka heeft dat probleempje opgelost. Het nummer werd na zijn dood nog eens